And I absolutely forgot to stretch. There we go. No, better. Hope you're having a good night. So far, I am. I mean, it was a very short day for me. I woke up at like noon. Mainly because I went to sleep at like 2 in the morning yesterday. But that doesn't matter. I am awake now and I am ready now. Last time on Grandia, oh, what did I do? Right, I beat the Dom Ruins. I think I missed one secret. After rewatching the VOD, I noticed a secret wall that I completely missed, and now it's gonna haunt me for the rest of my life. And learned a whole bunch more about the Angelo civilization. Still about 5, about to be 6 for me, so it's not 9, but my day been alright. Good to hear! Had a minor migraine because of rain and felt sluggish, but besides that, I'm good. Awesome. Good to know. Oh. God, what was I thinking? No, I completely forgot what I was thinking. No, wait, I do remember something. I had a weird dream, Grandia-based dream, where I was playing through the game. I was feeling a bit weird that I wasn't streaming it, but I beat a boss that was a dragon in the middle of a library for some reason, and I had a 4th party member who had no attack, good amount of defense, but basically could not attack whatsoever, but could heal and buff allies. Which is an interesting concept for a party member in these types of RPGs. I don't know why, but I sometimes dream about the games I'm playing. Yeah, pretty interesting dreams, at least. Right, last time we rescued a kid, got captured by the army, got away from the army, and reached the village. You only dreamt about one game? Which one? I had dreams of, like, TF2 a lot. I don't remember if I've dreamt of other... I definitely have. Probably have them written down somewhere. Thanks so much, all of you. You rescued Rem, didn't you? My mama told me to thank you. Oh, you're welcome. What the... You outsiders. I'd like to say Puff up you would talk. That's so weird. Thank you so much, Puff Puff. Puff! That's cute. For some reason, Lego. Not even one Lego game, just generic Lego game that doesn't exist. Like Lego Island? Just a generic Lego game, but a... Huh. Did it just... It's a game you just build stuff. Now those are always fun. No, not like Lego Island. Well, now I'm kind of interested in the dream mechanics of a dream game. What are you doing? You sure got a lot of feathers here. Oh, we use these. In a ceremony, I've just returned from getting some more to make feathered rope. You got a feathered rope to use in a ceremony? Yes, you've heard of it. The feathers indicate the god of life's blessings. Long ago, when our ancestors settled here, this area was just a barren wilderness, they say. Our ancestors were struggling to survive, so they got a light up here before them flying. They just dropped from its wings and became the seeds of the misty forest. Huh. I'm gonna read through these dialogues normally because there's a lot of NPCs and I don't want to tire myself out doing voices. And I do want to learn about the lore around this area. That's a nice stone you have hanging from your neck. Thank you. You like the stone? Good stones help protect us, you know. Yeah, what about this one? It's a memento from my father. Oh my, that's a good stone. In our village, it's considered good luck to chance on such good stones. I'm sure you could have made it through the misty forest even without Rem. That good stone would have guided you. In fact, the stone as good as that one will help you overcome any difficulties you encounter. If I were you, I'd hang on to that stone at all costs. Of course I'll hang on to it. It's a memento from my father. You. As far as I know, you're the first outsiders to visit this village since the village is shrouded in mist by the god of light as protection. The fact that you're here must mean that the god of light accepts you. Oh, I almost forgot. I want to add my own thanks for your rescue of Rem. Hey, look, it's the guys with no tails, the ones who came out here with Rem. I'm so envious. I wish I could go outside the village and go see all sorts of stuff. Maybe I should just do it, like Rem did, even though the grown-ups say we're not supposed to. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't just be doing what the grown-ups say. I think I'll just do what I want. But you know, if you disobey the grown-ups, you'll have to face a lot of danger. Is that okay with you? Oh. Well, I don't really like danger. I know what I'll do. For now, I'll just do what the grown-ups say. This probably leads outside. Nothing interesting out there. The folks here all have tails. They fluttered them around like wings. I wonder if tails are very useful. Good question. We got a tail at an early age, so I have nothing to compare it to. I wonder, is it inconvenient for you not to have a tail? They say that in the distant past our people could fly. I've also heard our tails are remnants of that era. See, we used to have wings, but when we stopped flying, they became tails. They look a bit like wings. See how fluffy and light my tail is? It's almost like I could fly with it. Actually, I'm very proud of my tail. I secretly believe that my tail is probably the finest in the village. Brain never connected the dots that should have not been connected in your head. A couple of times, don't remember any exact examples, but I do remember having that feeling. It's a mix of clarity and frustration at how dumb you are, but for not connecting the dots earlier. Or at least that's how I remember the feeling. Just look at that bone dump. Isn't it the finest bone dump ever? But there's nothing like this in your village. You're right, Parm doesn't even have a bone dump. What? It's your village, okay? To avoid catastrophes, a village must take a good care of bones. If folks dump bones just anywhere, it brings bad luck, so you need to dump them where a priest can purify them. I mean, graveyards are a thing. Our bones dumped in the village center. If we dump our bones outside of the village, monsters will attack us. Come on, that can't be true. Well, come to think of it, such monsters do exist. Yeah, that's why important, yet people just get buried. I wonder if it's true. Ah. Bone dumps in the village. Okay, our spears and bows are ready. We got our offering for the god of light. This time we'll be sure to have good hunting. If I catch a nice plump rabbit, we'll have a feast. Oh, you eat rabbits? How cruel. Look, when we die, we go back to the earth. Plants grow from that earth, and rabbits use those plants to live. Sure, we eat rabbits, but when we die, our bodies fertilize the plants that the rabbits live on. In other words, in this village, people are nature support each other and living. But still... The circle of life. Even though you guys say Bram, it gives me the creeps to see outsiders like you in our village. I mean, you're such weird-looking creatures. There's no tails, not even any horns on you. Well, mister, from our point of view, you folks are the ones who look mighty strange. Still, I must say I'm a little envious of your tail and horns. Oh, really? Well, when I look closely at that part of you, I can see two horns on ground. Those aren't horns. Off! Off! Nah, I mean more that you had two random thoughts and your brain mashed them for some reason, like thinking about something like dead bodies and food for some reason that you think of something like a zombie sandwich. Oh! Two completely unrelated points and then you just mash them together. Like a shitty portmanteau. I don't think I can give any examples because those kind of thoughts are easily discarded later. They do sound fun as hell. Zombie sandwich. Zombie sandwich like a sandwich that a zombie would eat, or a sandwich made of zombie? Actually, both cases would be a sandwich that somebody would eat. Do zombies normally eat other zombies? Zombie cannibalism. If you remember one, please share. No luck, I guess. What you doing? I'm looking for a guiding stone. It's a mysterious, beautiful stone that can make any wish come true. They ignore each other after they become zombies. I mean, if it's a parasite that's infecting the bodies, then I can kinda understand why. A parasite wouldn't go killing other parasites of the same species. Their objective is to multiply. Alright. Stones have amazing powers, you know, and the god of light is made of stone. Oh, I now get it. Even the spirit stone is a stone. That's why we give stones special treatment in this village. Never seen you people before. Well, look at that. You don't have any horns or tails or even tattoos. Tattoos? You mean like what the sailors have? Sailors? I don't know about any sailors, but I know the tattoos are. They're proof of bravery. They stick you with a quill to make ink go in your skin. Hurts like crazy, but the break couldn't take it. Even though guys cry when they get tattooed, the village chief's son, he cried. Even the village chief cried. Me, I'm not crazy about pain, so I decided to be a tattoo artist. How about you? Are you gonna get any tattoos? I'm gonna get one that really hurts. The thoughts I connected in my head was about this company who had this program where you can plant your body as a tree, and there was a company that dumped tons of orange peel waste in a forest park that was mostly dead, and decades later it turned into a huge, lush forest after they went bankrupt. I can see why they went bankrupt. Just dumping orange peels is not very, oh, what's the word? Profitable. There we go. So if we're connecting dots, we are guessing you dump a whole cemetery worth of dead people and the forest just suddenly grow. Okay, not suddenly. And slowly a forest grows from that. Just dumping tons of the dead body into a forest to make a lush forest. Ah, there we go. I mean, it could work in theory. But also, people don't really like dumping their relatives' bodies without permission. So, in theory, it would work. Don't think we'll ever see it in practice, unless something really shitty and illegal happens. Oh, I know, you're the outsiders who help him return safely. We're also pleased with that. You did? Thank you so much. Please don't make such a big deal out of it. We're first-rate adventurers. Have a duty, la la la. Never seen any outsiders. Oh, wow. Not a fur gun. It's cotton. It comes from a plant. Can make clothing out of plants? Isn't that hard to do? Doesn't the clothing get ripped up? No, not at all. It's pretty sturdy stuff. Neat. Hey, little outsider girl, why does your hair ornament make that sound? It seems very suspicious to me. My hair ornament? Oh, you mean Puffy? Puffy's not a hair ornament. Puff puff. Ah, it sounded like a funny fuzzball just said something. You know, it's very rude to call him a funny fuzzball. His name is Puffy. Puffy is awesome. He can fly, he understands our words, and he can breathe fire and water. He can? Oh, is that right? Well, that's even weirder. Man, what a strange beast. Puffy there. He's quite an interesting animal. Can I get attacks that can make Puffy breathe fire and water? Oh. Oh. Do I have a mana egg? No, I do not. Dang. Company went backgrounds because they were sued by a rival orange company, and the rival company won the case because at first it was just a large waste of rotten orange village full of fruit flies and stuff. How? Okay. How would using rotten orange slush full of fruit flies and stuff to grow a forest be deemed as waste? Like at that point, the only use I can think of it is making compost. Also, why would the other fruit company complain in the first place? Ahead lies the road to the end of the world. The wall is shrouded in mist, so you cannot do anything now. That large gate leads to where the god of light is enshrined. It leads to the sacred mountain. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh dear, there's plenty of exits from town. Oh! Yeah, we're stuck in Luc Village until we figure out a way out. Alright, good to know, good to know. Gross hornless tailless outsiders who came here. Don't call us gross. It's a bad omen that outsiders come to our village. That might not be false. Ugh, how rude. I wish they would stop staring at me. They sure like to stare. I wish they would stop. You were rude to us. What do you expect? Oh, hey, it's you. I heard about you saving Ren's life. Since our village is shrouded in mist, we don't know much about the outside world. Where are you all from, anyways? From a place called Parm. We came on a ship from the other side of the ocean. Ocean? Ship? I don't know, but I guess the Parm's like a forest that's very far away. Forest called Parm, the place where you live. I bet it's very far from here. What do you mean by forest? Parm is not a forest. What? It's not a forest? You mean people live where there's no forest? I would never have imagined that in the outside world people live in places that aren't forests. Well, I've heard the Parm used to be in a forest a long time ago. A bamboo forest, I'm guessing. That there was a lot of bamboo shoots in Parm. Oh, you mean Old Parm. There was a forest in Old Parm? Probably. You're the ones who came from the outside world, aren't you? On your way here, did you find any tailwaggers? Tailwaggers? What are those? Oh, tailwaggers are light yellow mushrooms that are broad and flat. So sweet and delicious. Almost a season for them here, and I thought we'd go look for them. They're called tailwaggers because when we find them, we're so happy that we unconsciously wag our tails. Well, we don't have any tails, I'm afraid, except for Buffy here. Ah, that's a cute name for a mushroom. The idea was the orange peels would make the forest regrow, which it did eventually, but a few years after they dumped the orange peels, it was deemed a failure because it was just a large pile of orange sludge that smelled awful for years and messed up the ecosystem for a bit, and a rival business company sued because of money. Was it that bad for the ecosystem at first? Or did it eventually recover? Also, on what grounds did the other company sue the first company? Did they say it was polluting more than anything? Or... like, the reason why they sued, I understand it's for money. But what did they say to the judges and to the public in general? Like, they wouldn't just say, we want to sue this company for money. Help us. They would have said something else. Guess what? I prayed and prayed and finally got pregnant. Now I just couldn't be happier. Really? Well, that's great. Congratulations. I guess only women get to know that kind of happiness, eh? Because I pray to the God of light every day. My prayers finally got through to the God of light. I must go. the God of Light's shrine atop the Sacred Mountain to make sure it's a safe delivery. Climb the Sacred Mountain? In your condition? Is that okay? In Luc Village, children can only be born with the help of the God of Light. Well, good luck to you then. Hello. You guys came from the outside, so I guess I can tell you. It ought to be okay to blab the chief's secret. But then again, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. Still, I'd sure like to tell you. What is it? Come on, tell me. Alright, but if you tell you gotta promise not to tell anyone. Here it is. You mustn't tell anyone this. Our village chief is very proud of his tail. But the truth is, he dies. Gasp! You see, his tail is really all white, but the girls think white tails are ugly. So the village chief, he secretly used anal nuts to dye his tail darker every night. He's pretty vain for his age. Covered it because it gained a huge forest, but like, they heavily destroyed it at first. Huh. But was the forest in a bad condition in the first place? Like, I understand. Also, they sued under the case that they defiled a national park. But why would the Orange Company sue and not, like, the state itself? I mean, I guess they could find some reasons. It's good to know it was a success and that the forest fully regrew, but also wasn't in that much of a bad shape that it needed to be saved with all the extra compost. Some new faces. Aren't you the kids from out west who rescued Ren? Yeah, that's us. How did you know that? I'm the prayer leader of Luc Village. I offer prayers to the God of Light for healing, rain, and good hunting. Even more than offering prayers, I also tell old tales to kids, and I tell people's fortunes. It was a graded land, so it was basically just dry soil that you couldn't really grow stuff in. Alright, so it was ultimately a good thing. I mean, of course it was ultimately a good thing. Long ago, we lived in an ancient land of dreams, a land with no day or night and no old or sick people. No poverty. And one day, a certain ancestor met a young woman who could not forget her sorrow after her husband died. So this ancestor created day and night so that time would pass and the woman could eventually forget her sorrow. Then everyone started growing old and dying. The others became upset and banished him from the land of dreams. The people from the land of dreams built the end of the world to keep him from returning. The legend says they are always building it higher. So the legend says our ancestors came from the other sides of the end of the world, eh? This is good information. Also, the state didn't sue because they signed a contract. Oh! I mean, that sort of sounds like they were thinking it might fail in the first place. Trying to cover their ass if it didn't work out. I remember I bought everything I could, and so now everybody has the best equipment possible from this store. Adventure? What's that? And what's an Angelonian? I never heard of any of this stuff. What are the Angelonians? How are you going to get them? Well, I still don't know exactly where they are. First, we cross the end of the world. Also, to put in perspective how much orange peel they dumped, it was 12 metric tons. Or 26,455 pounds of orange peels. Interesting, very interesting. 12 metric tons to kilograms. Wow. I completely forgot what the metric ton conversion to regular kilogram was. Couldn't remember if it was 1,000 or not. But Jesus Christ, that is a lot of orange. What are you doing? Oh yeah, I already speak to that guy. Good lord. How did you even get that many oranges in the first place? I mean, they're an orange growing company, but how do they get so many rotten ones? Hey, just noticed that you guys don't have any horns. Maybe there's no sun where you live? Come on now, I can't imagine any place that has no sun. And what's that got to do with horns? We use our horns to find the light. They lead us to good, warm light. You didn't know that? I don't know the conversation either, since almost no one ever uses metric tons. Well, no, but people who don't know use the metric system, I guess. Long ago, the good light was taken from Luc when a mist came to hide Luc from too much evil light. But people can't live without light, so our ancestors sought out the light. The good, warm light. With their thoughts turned constantly up to the sky, seeking light, their thoughts took physical shape as horns. They didn't get rotten once, they got peels and it rotted. As in, they probably used the oranges to make juice and used the remains of the squeezed out oranges. I'm guessing that's how they did it. Here's no faces. Why, you're still kids, I reckon. Are you kids friends of Rems? Yeah, that's right, but please don't think of us as kids. We're seasoned adventurers now. Adventurers? I don't know what that is, but I reckon if you're calling yourself adults, you must be good hunters. Well, let's have a little hunting cousin. We'll see who can catch a certain animal within 3 days. Well, I've never even hunted before, and anyways, how can we hunt with all this thick mist around? It's no problem hunting in the mist. Just listen for the god of light to tell you where you and your game are. To hunt, you gotta use more than your eyes. You use all your senses. You can get around fine in the pitch dark. I will remember that in case we ever find ourselves in a pitch black dungeon. What's the matter, ma'am? Why didn't you answer me? That's why. Huh? What do you say? Don't talk to me. You're stubborn, aren't you? Well, I've got no choice, I guess. My grandpa told me not to talk to you. He said that you outsiders use love words to make us free so you can bite our lips. Is that right? Love words? Lips? Are you talking about kissing, maybe? That's what happened to my great-grandma. That's how she got led away. So we don't talk to outsiders. My great-grandma got led away by outsiders, so we don't talk to outsiders. Great-granny got whisked away by a kiss. Alright. I think that's everywhere I can go. I mean, there was also Lem's house. I think it's this one, Rem's house. Ugh. Hi. You're going farther in your adventures. You should get some advice from the village chief. Beep, 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 beep. And this is probably just the exit, right? Probably. And I mean, if it's a gate, then probably, yeah. Where is the village elder? Probably through here. There we go. Did the public opinion of the now bankrupt Orange Company become better now that the forest regrew? I mean, I hope it did. Oh, that's cute. You're the ones who brought Rem back. You have my utmost gratitude. Thank you so very much. First, you must go talk with the village chief. It is our custom here.
I am the chief of Luc Village. I heard that you rescued Ren. On behalf of the village, I would like to thank you. However, I must ask you stay only a short while in this village. After all, we're peace-loving people.
What do you mean? You want us to leave?
I wouldn't go as far as to ask that, but this is hard to say. It's just...
Hasn't this village been visited by others besides us? Do you tell everyone to leave?
No, that's not it either. It's just that to stay here, you must receive the blessing of the God of Light.
That's it. In that case, tell us how we can get this blessing. What do you say, Chief?
Alright, I will tell you. The God of Light who protects us lives at the top of a mountain behind this village. Go there and bring back the bottle of nectar that is in front of the statue. That is how outsiders can come to be regarded as members of this village. The truth is that I wish not to disturb the peace in this village, but you rescued Rem, so I have no choice. Go to the mountain's peak and take the bottle of nectar in front of the statue of the God of Light. This is how outsiders can be accepted as members of our village. To this, I'd rather not send you there.
Yeah, it's fine. Let us saying it's a miracle and that they were right in the end. Miracle would be a strong word. I am glad that it worked out in the end, though. You folks might think it's a rather strange, but it is an old custom in our village. Once you're accepted by the God of Light, you will officially become members of our village. Hey, also your horns kind of look like beetle horns. Huh. That's kind of neat. Since you're going farther on in your adventure, you should get some of the... Ah, you already... Ah, fine. Go get the blessing of the God of Light. And also save the game. $16, huh? Dang. God of Light Mountain. What?